man up, it's game time. Everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. This is 845, Varsity man up, it's game time. Everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. I said it's game time, so it's time to score.
Hello everyone, this is Justin Rodriguez with the Varsity 845 football show. Last week I said goodbye by telling you I would see you at the Carrier Dome this week. Well, book it. JRod's gonna be in the house. Thanks, of course, to Newburgh and Chester. Both teams will play for state championships this weekend. Congratulations to both teams for making Section 9 proud. This week on the show, we will look back at Chester and Newburgh's wins in the state semifinals. We're also going to look forward to see what lies ahead in the biggest game of their lives. Also this week, I hit Middletown to talk with quarterback Kyle Hotaling and wide receiver Jalon White about the Erie Bell game on Thanksgiving. But let's start off with the big wins last week. Chester became the first Section 9 Class D team to ever reach the state final with a 38-22 win over Albany area champ Cambridge. Trailing 22-14 in the third quarter, Chester's Saxon Smith broke off a 46-yard run to tie the game. With that run, Smith became Section 9's all-time leading rusher for a season. Smith now has 2,913 yards. He broke the old record of 2,833 set by Fred Ruliano of Delaware Valley in 1998. Chester took the lead for good later in the third when defensive lineman Shawn Stover intercepted a screen pass by Cambridge quarterback Ethan English and returned it 17 yards for a score. Chester plays Rochester area champion Letchworth for the state title at 11 a.m. Friday. Here's what Stover had to say after the win.
It's indescribable. I mean, we've been working hard since August, and we wanted this badly, and I can't believe it. It's actually happening, and I can't even describe how good it feels right now.
Okay. We also checked in with Smith, who rushed for 158 yards. He talked about breaking the record.
It was great. I really didn't think about it that much. All I thought about was winning the game, going to the Dome. But it does mean a lot to me, and it's for my team, not me.
A day after Chester punched its ticket to the Dome, Newburgh got on board. The Goldbacks won their first ever Class AA state playoff game with a 16-6 win over Shenendehowa at Dietz Stadium in Kingston. Newburgh dominated the first half, going into halftime up 16-0 on two short touchdown runs by Mark Rizzio and a 40-yard field goal by the leg, Jeremy Stinson. Once again, Newburgh's defense was lights out, holding Shen to 36 yards in the first half and just 2 in the first quarter. Newburgh moves on to play Orchard Park, the 2008 Class AA state champ, for the state title at 6 p.m. Sunday. Newburgh defensive lineman Nick Bourne, a big part of the Newburgh D, talked about the win.
It's a feeling, I can't even describe it. It's a great win against a great team. They played physical, definitely great coaching, great players. So I'm just overwhelmed, first time in school history, this school's going to the Carrier Dome. It's all hard work in the offseason, everything. It's not, it's everybody, coaches, players, managers, everybody, community especially. So it's a great feeling.
Okay, let's diverge from the big games in Syracuse for a moment and talk about another showdown, the Erie Bell game. Middletown travels to Port Jervis on Thanksgiving at 11 a.m. It's the first time the game is being played on Turkey Day since 1969. Middletown leads the all-time series, which started way back in 1897, 69-56 with 7 ties. The Middies downed Port 37-14 last year, scoring the last 23 points of the game. So Middletown has the coveted bell in its property. I stopped by Middletown to talk to Hotaling and White, who had 175 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns in last year's game, to talk about this year's showdown. Of course, they were happy to talk about the bell. Let's start with Hotaling.
It means a lot. The bell means a lot to Middletown, for both communities. Coach has been really stressing this game for us, and us captains have too. We're really determined to keep the bell in Middletown.
Thanks, Kyle. And why don't you tell us a little more about what this game means to you in the school?
We've had a lot of preparation. Coach Beeman's put in an excellent game plan for the game. Coach Donahue's got our defense ready. We're ready to play.
Okay, now it's White's turn. Talk about that big game last year and what it meant to you.
Felt good. All the hard work from the whole season paid off. Had a new coach coming into that season. He told me a lot of new things and helped better the team.
Now for a prediction. I'm going to take Middletown by 2 touchdowns in this game. After all, the Middies did lead Newburgh and Kingston at halftime this year. So I'll see you at Gwinnett for Thanksgiving. Good luck to both teams. Since we're on the subject of predictions, we end with my Chester and Newburgh predictions for their big games. Let's start with Chester. They play Letchworth, the Rochester area champion, who moved up to D from C this year. Letchworth is big up front. They have a big fullback in Jeff Bacon, who's close to 1,000 yards, a running back, Chris Narvinger, who has 1,800 yards, a quarterback, Ryan Owens, who's being recruited by Division I Buffalo and some Patriot League schools. They play big, tough football up there. I'm going to take Letchworth, but it's not going to be easy. Chester will be in the game, but I think they might have just a little bit too much for them. Hopefully, for Section 9, Chester proves JRod wrong. Okay, now we move on to Newburgh. After watching them play the last few weeks, it's almost like this is the team of destiny, pardon the cliche. They are playing close to flawless, like Chester. They have the size, they have the speed. Let's take Newburgh over Orchard Park, another big physical team with all kinds of weapons. So look for Newburgh to win a state championship and don't count Chester out. It could end up being 2 for 2 for Section 9. That would be a historic weekend. Well, that's it for this week's show. As always, it was my pleasure. Now it's time for me to sign off for Varsity 845.
My town and yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. This is 845, Varsity man up. It's game time, everybody stand up. From my town and yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war.
I said it's game time, so it's time to score. If you're not playing to win,